Where's the sex? Libras, someone's being a cock tease, someone is keeping someone else waiting to have sex. And that's showing up as the devil with the Queen of Cups. Somebody is waiting, and it's almost like there's a challenge. So I think behind the scenes, the other person is not interested, or they want to hold off, they want to wait. And then the other person is just waiting. Looking at the Two of Swords reversed, it's kind of like there's an elephant in the room because this is unsaid. Two of Swords upright would be if there was actual communication. Reverse, there's no communication about this. It's like the elephant in the room. And then looking down here, you got the Ten of Wands and the Three of Pentacles. Someone wants to have kind of like a platonic relationship. Someone is not interested in sex right now, and they are more interested in the practical side of a partnership. And there's a discrepancy. Let's pull some Oracle cards and see what else we get. Or tell me more about. Wow. Okay, so we have somebody who's traditional and kind of boring in bed. I'm assuming this is the person who is also kind of standoffish. We have Taurus, slow, and maybe a little boring. No offense to Taurus, but that's the energy that I'm reading from this spread. And then we have the Road Forward and Uranus. They're a little slow to do the deed. It's like, or they're just traditional, which makes it boring. Because the road forward is like something expected, right? It's like the path that you can see. There's trees in this picture, but it's a very boring path. There's not much unexpected happening. And looking down here, we've got the sun and the city, just telling me that this person does what everybody else does. There's nothing different or new or interesting. And this person is just very vanilla. Now, this could be the reason why the other person isn't interested, because they find the person who is interested vanilla. So apply that how it resonates for your situation. Let's pull some Oracle cards. Now, I'm still not sure if you guys are currently in a relationship or not. I think the situation could go either way. So you could be in a relationship where you're currently just very boring sex life, and it's kind of going very platonic, or maybe this is a situation where it's just it's a friendship and someone's very interested, the other person is very much more of like not. So let's see what else we get. Interesting. So the advice is you guys have to hash this out, or you should, if you don't want things to go terribly wrong in the future at some point. So looking at the last couple of cards is what I want to look at. First is the Tower with the Chariot. That is the point where things eventually go to catastrophe and go to shit. So there's the potential for things to go to shit if you guys don't actually talk about this and address the elephant in the room. I'm going to move these away. The Page of Cups with the Seven of Wands reversed is just coming clean and about all the stuff that is unsaid. So I'm going to move those away too, and then the last three cards here are talking about what are you guys going to do once it's all out in the open, making a decision, hashing it out. It's like resolving it, right? The Judgment card is like reaching a conclusion to the situation rather than just kind of like letting the situation hang unsaid. Two of Wands is make a decision, and then the Nine of Cups is doing what is best for each person, whatever that might be for your situation, making the decision based on what each person wants for themselves, their own personal desires. Okay, so from the Oracle cards, this is actually telling me what the decision's going to be. The decision is going to be to have a fresh start, to start anew. We have the Hammer and the Nut. The Nut is something new, and the Hammer is repair and healing. So you guys are going to end up choosing to start over, maybe with some new groundwork, right? Some new rules laid forth so that both parties can be happy and there can be like a middle ground reach. Okay, very interesting. So the last couple cards I have here for Oracle advice, we have the Knight, the Wand, or the Staff, and then Aquarius. This with Saturn and the number 7. Saturn and the number 7 is about healthy boundaries. And what kind of boundaries are we talking about? Sexual boundaries. So what is okay? The sexual part is the Staff. And then the Aquarius is doing what's right for both people. It's like allowing either space for one person to do what they want, or boundaries to say, I'm not interested in doing these things, so you shouldn't expect those things from me. This seems to me like it would be more within the relationship kind of scenario. This could also be like a friends with benefits type of scenario if that's where you were in the beginning, maybe you were friends and there was an occasional sleeping around or whatever. And then Aquarius is telling me like there's going to be healthy boundaries where both people are satisfied, and that's going to be sort of like result in a renewal of this relationship, because everything is cut and dry and clear with clear-cut rules and boundaries. And that's how this works. And for some of you, I do think this is about keeping the boundary at the friends with benefits level because someone else isn't interested in going any further than that. It's like one party is interested in going a certain distance and the other party isn't, and this is figuring out the middle ground. Okay, I hope that made sense, and you guys got something out of that, Libras. Thank you guys so much for being here. If that resonated, don't forget to like the video and follow the channel if you want to see more of these.